Welcome back to The Talk. The daughter of lockdown hero Captain Sir Tom Moore has lost an appeal against the demolition of a spa complex at the family's home. Hannah Ingram-Moore had claimed the building could be used for coffee mornings and rehabilitation centres for the elderly to honour her late father's legacy. But the council inspector rejected her appeal, ruling that the size of the spa block was at odds with the Grade 2 listing house. Captain Tom shot to fame during the pandemic by walking 100 laps of his garden, raising almost £40 million for the NHS. The foundation, later set up by his family, has come under mounting scrutiny and is under investigation by the Charity Commission. In an exclusive talkTV interview, Piers Morgan asked the family why they used the foundation's name in the first set of plans.
The name was never intended to be the Captain Tom Foundation. It was supposed to be the Captain Tom Building. It got lost in translation, and we take responsibility for that completely.
The family have 3 months to knock down the building, although they can apply for a judicial review. I'd advise them not to, because I don't think it will succeed. It hasn't been a very good time for the Ingram-Moores. I mean, they're under investigation. They've had to close down the the Captain Tom Moore Foundation, amid allegations that it was full of financial impropriety and that they profited from money that should have gone to the charity. Those are the allegations, which of course they deny. But the direction of travel for this family over the last month, since Piers' interview, when for the first time they admitted all was not well with this charity. And the main backbone of the allegations against them was that he wrote 3 books that raised money, he thought, for the foundation. And his daughter said, well, actually, no, that he never said that. That was for us. But if you read the foreword of the book, it is. Captain Tom's impression was it was for the charity. So I just think it's all over for this lot.
Well, it's sort of on a human level. I do, in a human way, I do feel sorry for them, because the impression, yes, and the reason is the impression I get is of an ordinary family whose lives were, they're reasonably affluent, but their lives were utterly changed in a very short space of time, and they were thrust into something that they managed very badly. And I think they've been very badly advised, and they have made a series of catastrophic misjudgments.
Can I just add into that?
No, I want to finish.
OK.
I just want to, because I've looked into this into a lot of detail. The way that they managed the charity was highly questionable, which is why it's under investigation, in the sense that you had her, the daughter, earning a very whacking great salary and taking additional money, and this is all well documented, it's not legally under question, it's all there. She took a very large sum of money just for a single appearance at an awards. It's obvious that stinks to the normal person. That just does not feel right. As for the spa pool, again, Piers' interview really pulled that out as to what was wrong there. It was never intended, as she suggested, to be
for the community.
For all the, it wasn't.
And that is exactly what I think they found. The fact is that when they put those initial plans in, they said the plans were used partly in connection with Captain Tom Foundation, and it was under Captain Tom's name. By the time they then had to apply for retrospective planning, it wasn't in his name. So they obviously built something far too big, this is my reading of this, had to apply for retrospective planning, and they'd said, oh, by the way, it will be enjoyed by the public. How do you enjoy that by the public when there's no access rights, for example, into that, and the sort of spa would be used by them, etc., etc. There are all sorts of other things going on, including the use of a limited company and the way she was paid, as for that speech that you mentioned, and that will all come.
Planners are right, that's a hideous building. The spa is hideous.
Hannah Ingram-Moore and her husband have sullied the name of Sir Captain Tom. They've ruined his memory. Thankfully, the bulk of the charity that he raised was done when he was alive. I think now we're going to see a steady decline.
It's so sad.
I think that is my main sentiment about this, is that it is so sad, because whenever I think of Captain Tom, I used to be so cheered by the memory of what an amazing thing he did, and also how it affected all of us at a really bleak time, that we had somebody that we could all, sort of get behind, talk about. It cheered us up to see him doing such an amazing thing. And so it's not just that they've besmirched his name, they've taken away a memory that we all had as a community in the UK. that now we'll think of spas and cashing in and money being pinched. It's just, it's so sad.